Ladies, gentlemen, et al., this is Odeko, and welcome to Mario Kart World. So I am a huge Mario Kart fan. I've been playing Mario Kart 8 non-stop, waiting for World to come out, and it's finally here. I'm so excited for it. So let's jump in. I have gone through and done a few preliminary races on all the tracks and checked out the online play, but thought it'd be fun to just jump into some online here. I was testing out. I'm in the process of searching for a main. I was testing out Para-Biddybud in the Biddy Buggy. I feel like combining our strengths here. Few racers are as powerful. There is the slight downside of the enemies don't seem to have the alt costumes the same way like Mario and Peach, etc. do, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't really improve on perfection, so what are you gonna do? There we go. What do we want to do? I mean, Moo Moo Meadows is such a classic. It's a little bit funny that Moo Moo Meadows, it was in Mario Kart Wii, it's already returned for 8 and then they brought it back again. I feel like it's become too beloved where they can't imagine having a game without Moo Moo Meadows anymore. It's just going to be, it's the new Rainbow Road. Every Mario Kart's going to have a Bowser's Castle, Rainbow Road, and then just a perfect copy of Moo Moo Meadows from here on out. It's become the new Pikachu. Very much still trying to master all the new techniques here. The charge jump trick, whatever it's called. It's a little unintuitive in a way that's cool. I like that there's kind of advanced techniques to learn, but I frequently find myself having a hard time. I'll see something and okay, I want to jump up that, but I will have not left myself enough time to charge up the jump first. I think that's kind of a clever way of doing it, where it already feels like a bit of an advanced technique of you have to kind of know the tracks well enough to be planning your route ahead of time. And you can't even because if you try and drift, it will go into a drift instead of charging up a jump. So you have to approach dead on as well. The item boxes respawn quickly, but I guess not that quickly. Still have to be a little careful when you're in a crowd going for a double item box. You can get swiped out from under you. Alright. Time to make this comeback. I feel like mushrooms seem better than they were in 8 Deluxe. They were quite good in 8 Deluxe, but it was usually you had to find a shortcut to use them. Whereas here they seem like they can boost you up pretty well past a group of racers, which didn't often feel like the case like that. So. Golden Mushroom also one of the biggest blow-ups of an item. Quite strong. 8 Deluxe, it was almost it felt like a shame to get it, because it was oh, I could have gotten a Bullet Bill, but instead I'm stuck with this Golden Mushroom for several seconds where I can't use the item in my secondary slot, but here it seems quite good. Tricks also seem like they've gotten a bit of a buff. The speed boost you get when you land seems... It's a thing where I don't know if they've just done a good job with the animation where it feels faster, or if it actually does make you faster, but it feels like it gives you a bigger speed boost than it did in 8 Deluxe. No confirmation that's actually true. Gotta good boost there because I was in the air, but it said he careening into a wall. This race has been chaos. So I definitely a lot of practice here. I got more into playing 8 Deluxe a lot this year. Towards the beginning of this year, I think probably because I was so excited for World, and I was just kind of getting to the point where I felt decently competent at 8 Deluxe, and then now none of my muscle memory is carried over, so have a lot more to learn. But let's see if there's anything interesting around here to look for. I do appreciate you get a few, get 45 seconds to look for collectibles and stuff. Find all costumes if you have a character that has them. I definitely think that that could be something in the future. Oh, how do I get up there? I have to be on a glider or something. I want that peach color. Let's do Toad Factory. I was a little skeptical, I have to say, when I first saw the online, the fact that it seems like 75% of the time you're doing an intermission while you drive to the destination and then you do one lap of the destination. At first I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that, but having played a fair amount of online, it actually is fun to feel like the group is kind of wandering around the world map, going wherever they want. And then, fairly regularly, there'll be an option to just go to a brand new course and do 3 laps there. So maybe they could tweak it a little bit. Maybe they could boost the percentage of the time that you're going to a brand new course. But I generally like the way it feels. So even if this is the way it's going to be from now on, I think I've been very much enjoying it. I have noticed that I've been getting a lot of 100 cc's, and I know in 8 Deluxe, when you were below a certain VR, you tended to get 100 cc, and then once you rose above a certain level of VR, you went to 150. I can no idea if that's the case here, but I would assume so. Oh, shoot. Oh, gosh. Those bombs part of the track? Or are people just... I think they must be part of the track because they're like wandering back and forth. Which is... I think the bombs you drop can do that, but it's kind of unusual. Sorry, Rosalie. I hit that piranha plant and he didn't slow him down enough for me to even pass him. I will say I do think that the completely uninformed opinion here. Unlike 8 Deluxe, where it was the high mini turbo combos that were generally the better of, if you had to choose between speed and mini turbo, often you would choose mini turbo. Here, because you are frequently doing more like straightaways, I wonder if speed is now the S tier stat and mini turbo is the A tier stat, if they've flipped in importance. So that may be one reason not to play as my beloved Para-Biddybud. Because you definitely feel it in like the kind of longer straightaways where the whole pack is pulling away from you a little bit. Doesn't last for super long, but if you can use it to get through a crowd like that, it's definitely worth it. All right. Hey, there we go. Nice comeback at the end there. All right. Aesthetically, I love the Biddybug in the Biddybuggy, but I'm gonna swap. Let's see. Let's try out a new character here. Who do I want? Let's play somebody I haven't played as yet to try and unlock some stuff. Ooh, I love the aesthetics of the Ribbit Revster. That's fun. I was a fan of this one, but I'm gonna try something with maybe more speed. Oh, I also love the Rob Hog. That's fun. I don't think I've actually raced with this one yet. I unlocked it, but I didn't race with it. Let's try. All right, Wario. They really want us to do Moo Meadows. I do like the style of the new Mario Circuit. Honestly, I'd be fine with any of those three. I think it's really clever the way that it there we go. If you can unlock new costumes while the screen's up. I like the way that they took all three of the, or not all three, but three of the SNES Mario Circuits and turned it into one course. I think that's a clever way of handling it. I liked Mario Circuit 3 and 8 Deluxe. I know it definitely aesthetically is a little more generic than a lot of the others. It was fun to race on, but I think this is a way to kind of keep that style of course while also giving a little more interest. All right, let's try my hypothesis that high speed combos are an improvement over how they were in 8 Deluxe. They always felt a little suboptimal for sure. New costume time. No. Oh, this is fun. I have not seen this one before. All right, we are officially Mad Max Wario. Driving into the Thunderdome. One thing that I have to get used to is that in 8 Deluxe, you'd like vote for your course and then you could kind of zone out, and then even if you didn't see which course got picked, like obviously as soon as the game loaded, it would be very obvious which course you were on. I've multiple times kind of zoned out while the course is getting picked and not paid attention, and then we start racing and I go, I have no idea where we're going. Obviously it takes a bit of time to get there, so I'll follow the arrows. But kind of funny. You're like, okay, presumably we're going towards Bowser's Castle. I think that's that in the distance, if I remember correctly. It's certainly not Moo Moo Meadows or Mario Circuit, so it makes sense. But. Nice first. Oh no. I'm used to my Biddybud East turning radius. He's doing so well. Stupid cow hit me out of the way of the item box. Outrageous. Oh. Drove slightly through the lava there, but, you know, who's counting? Mario Lava follows, like, bathwater that's slightly too hot rules, where it's like, if you just touch it for a second, you're fine. It's just when you sink into it that you have issues. Oh, see, like there. He was in it for too long. Oh, that was painful at the end there. I was doing decently well up until the end. All right, I may have gone slightly too hard into the speed stat there. I've always been a mini turbo boy, and I was struggling to make some of those turns. Also, I'm just bad at the game. That's, you know, that part's all on me. But who can we play as? Maybe unlock some new costumes. I was trying to unlock... I saw some funny Waluigi costumes, and I played as him for a few races, but I only ever unlocked the biker one. Let's try it. Let's see what Peach's new costumes are. I don't think I've seen many of hers. Oh. Let's get something that's like somewhat balanced. There we go. That's seems like a Peach themed one. Airship Fortress. I always believed when Airship Fortress didn't come back for the booster pass, I was mildly disappointed, but I was like, I knew in my heart, I was like, they know the people love Airship Fortress. The people's hearts cry out for Airship Fortress. Surely it must be, they're saving it, and they were indeed. I quite like the new rendition of it. It is funny. It felt like a lot of the course choices in World were not that surprising. And the reason is because the booster course added so many courses that like the very few notable like ones that were missing were like Airship Fortress, Shy Guy Bazaar, Dido Jungle. Like all the ones that were like, oh, that's kind of weird. That wasn't in the booster course pass. It's like, oh, okay. Well, now I understand where it was. It was in development here. So not too many courses I was surprised to see. A lot of ones I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. But it's not making bad picks at all. It's definitely going to be interesting trying to learn all the intermissions with the same level of familiarity that I knew all 96 Mario Kart 8 tracks. Because I think, if I remember correctly, there's like, I thought I saw somebody say there's close to 100 or roughly 100 intermissions if you count like every you know, combination of this track goes towards this track. So it's about the same amount as it was learning 8 Deluxe, but it's gonna take a while before I'm as familiar and know like when shortcuts. The other thing is that with 8 Deluxe, a lot of the tracks they had 3 laps, so you had 3 repetitions of the same track every time you played it to you know, internalize it. For these intermissions, you're gonna have to play 3 times as many times to see each obstacle. Getting chewed up by these horns. Sixth place. I'm like still in the phase where I'm like, oh, I'm in the top 50%. Good race. Trying to get my sea legs here. Do a couple more races and then I want to try out. I have not tried out the online knockout tours yet, so I want to try that out. That's interesting. What's up here? Where's this in this? Oh, to the desert. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Shooting stars here. Let's do Acorn Heights, the second coming of Maple Treeway. Or it also feels like, is it called Wild Woods? Wild Woods, the 8 Deluxe track, new in 8 Deluxe that You go down that big waterfall. There's Shy Guys everywhere. It sort of feels like a combination of those two for sure. Oh, Mario Circuit? Okay, I paid attention this time. I'm fine with that. I have not quite figured out how much of a speed boost the coins give you in this game. In 8 Deluxe, it was quite noticeable when you had 0 coins versus when you had 10 coins. This, it seems, maybe certainly between 0 and 10 seems less noticeable. If I had to make a guess, I would say that the speed boost you get from 20 coins is similar to the speed boost you got from 10 in 8 Deluxe, but I don't have confirmation of that. Certainly there are a lot of items that pretty much only serve to give you coins, so... Oh, shoot. Wanted the costume. No, don't take my... Darn it. I was going to use my mushrooms to take that shortcut to dodge the blue shell, and then Blue got him at the last second. No, that stupid bee got it. At least I think I kind of ate his mushroom boost because I was in the way. So we cancel each other out. Not mad about that. Although I am mad that I still have not gotten a single alt costume to-go bag. I'm going to keep playing with Peach until I get one. Oh, let's do one more race. I'm going to try and get the to-go bag and then see what we can do. I don't remember what they're called. The rainbow takeout. I might be able to find one. Nice. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. I don't... Okay, there we go. Racer costume. I don't fully understand... Like, maybe it's just a random chance to give you an alt costume? Or, like, what the chances are for getting a new costume versus an old costume if you can only get new costumes in certain spots. Dandelion Depths I have really not played much. I like it aesthetically, but I've not played it very much. And I am the only person who chose it. It's pretty funny. People are not living for Dandelion Depths. It's funny. Wait, I need to master the new move of doing the 180. How do you do it? It's like hold A and B simultaneously. The bystanders just pop you up in the air. That's kind of funny. Moo Moo Meadows, unsurprising. As I said, the people yearn for Moo Moo Meadows. Their hearts cry out in unison. The Moo Moo Meadows cow is being called the best video game character of the 21st century. I will say I did think that they were called Moo Moos up until the character select screen of Mario Kart World calls it a cow. I just assumed that in Mario that species was called a Moo Moo in the same way that like turtles are called Koopas and are not actually turtles. Because you can take their shell off and it doesn't rip out their spine with it. But apparently in Mario there are living mushrooms that hop around in boots, but then they're also just like cows. It would sort of be like, you know what, it has the same vibe as the Pokemon Flamigo that's just a flamingo. It's like there's all these magical, wonderful creatures, but then also there's just this normal animal. For one short second there, I was in first, and I'm gonna claim that as a victory. Oh, oh, come on! I thought I would mushroom boost through that. I thought I mushroom boosted that too. And not having the world's best race, that's for sure. I did get. Ooh, that's a fun one. See, okay, maybe there is some amount of like. You have to be in a certain area to unlock a new costume. Because obviously the farmer costume makes sense for Boo Boo Meadows. And then for King Boo, I was trying to unlock King Boo's costumes, and I was only getting the racer one over and over and over until I went to Boo Cinema when I unlocked Aristocrat. So that's 2 data points that maybe... That's why I was having a hard time. Because at Waluigi, I was having the issue where I wanted more Waluigi costumes, but I just kept getting Biker over and over and over again. So maybe I just need to find the right region of the map to unlock the Waluigi. I was going to say at least I'm in the top 50%, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. I don't think this is a full round. Yeah, there are only 21 people. All right, well, at least I was high enough that my... VR went up instead of down. All right, thanks for tuning in for the first episode. I'm gonna call that there, but having a great time. Gonna keep gonna do I think the what's it called? The knockout race next. So stick around, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we're gonna keep playing. Thanks a lot.